Okay, I think we're good to go. We're live. Thank you, everyone, once again for joining us. Tonight is our December seminar. So this is the final one for this year, 2015. Just like to take this opportunity to thank everybody that's been following us this year. We've really appreciated your support, and we'd like to wish you all a wonderful Christmas and a happy and prosperous new year from all of us here at Oz Hair and 101. This evening's seminar is called Who Can You Trust to Effectively and Safely Regrow Your Hair? Okay, so tonight we'll be looking at some important things to consider before choosing a hair regrowth treatment. So very importantly, we'd like people to consider, firstly, the type of treatment that you're thinking about using. To consider this, the actual treatment effectiveness, safety of the treatment, and of course the company or product background. Okay, so what's the history of the company or product? How long has it been on the market, and what type of success are they having, or have they already had? And most of that information is available online. So do some homework on that before you make your decision. But anyway, tonight we'll present some valuable information to help sort of give you a bit of education on this, on what's out there and what you should sort of be looking for. So what treatments are out there? Well, currently there's the pharmaceutical and herbal nutritional type of approach to hair regrowth. So your pharmaceutical options are basically minoxidil and finasteride. Minoxidil is a drug in the form of a foam or lotion that you apply externally to the scalp, and basically basically it is a vasodilator, so it opens up the blood vessels once applied to the scalp to increase the blood circulation. So you're going to get more oxygen and nutrients to your hair follicles, and that should that obviously has some function to help with hair regrowth. The second one is the use of finasteride. This is a internally or orally taken medication, and its function is to block the DHT, one of the hormones that's responsible for hair loss. So it'll block this hormone from building up in the scalp. So there are your two pharmaceutical options, your minoxidil and finasteride. Your herbal options are basically Chinese and Western herbal medicine. Tonight we'll be looking more at Chinese, the Chinese herbal products that we found to be very useful for hair regrowth. So we mentioned some important things to look for. Effectiveness is one of them. Before deciding on a hair regrowth program or type of treatment. So let's look at with those other products we mentioned, those pharmaceuticals that are on the market at the moment. Let's look at their success rate. So here's minoxidil here, and as you can see, this is their own study, by the way, a 60% success rate after 1 year. So that's with minoxidil. That's the externally applied pharmaceutical. And with finasteride, you're looking at around a 48%, 48% effectiveness there for finasteride after 1 year as well. So, okay, not bad, some effectiveness there, but with the herbal product that we've had a lot of experience with here for the past 20 years, we've actually found about a 99% success rate using our Chinese herbals, both externally applied herbals and also orally taken. And here is a study that we did. It was back in 2004, 2005. Again, over 1 year again. And as you can see, we've got some very good results here. great regrowth there, moderate regrowth and some marginal regrowth there. So 83%, we've actually got some regrowth in our cases that we were studying at the time, and also within that 12-month period, we also had another 16.6% that experienced no further hair loss. So that's actually still considered a positive result. We were able to actually control the condition from worsening. So that's where we get our 99% figure from. So what other things should we look at with respect to effectiveness of the treatment? Well, for our treatment here, our herbal treatments, we use a unique photo comparison system where we do either monthly or every 2 month sort of photo checks every 2 months. So what we're doing is we are photographing the exact same areas each time, and we're looking for changes there. We're looking for changes in the thickness of the hair, the colour, whether those hairs are standing more erect on the scalp or not. We look for that type of change, and the texture and quality of the hair. We look at all that, and we compare it as before and after photos. Okay. And we believe this is the as it says here, the physical evidence that you need to show the change, the improvement. And as you can see here, this is an example of our this type of results that we can get. So these are the normal view photos, and here we've got our magnified images there. Okay. Is there some more close-up, more magnified views? And as you can see here, after 3 months, these are the sort of changes that we can get in certain people, depending on your level of hair loss. So some really nice change there on those close-up magnified photos. These are other photos that we do. These are the normal view photos. So we'll do front or top view photos there, and some nice change in this gentleman after about 6 weeks. Quite a good result there already. We also do side view photos as well, and some photos at the back as well, and some more good results there on this gentleman as well after about nearly 4 months for that one. So just moving along, so effectiveness, as I've just mentioned, effectiveness of the treatment is obviously very important. You'd want to look at the effectiveness of a treatment before you embark on that type of treatment to regrow your hair. Another very important factor is safety. I would certainly be considering that as a hair loss sufferer. And you'd want to consider both the short-term and long-term safety. So, we've had people come in here that have complained about, sort of having issues with skin rashes on their fingers when they're using minoxidil. And we've also had customers coming in that have used finasteride as well, which is the internally taken medication, pharmaceutical medication. So, and they've had problems with sex drive, depression, energy levels, and so forth. I'll just show you some of those side effects there of the minoxidil. Here they are: blurred vision, chest pain, dizziness, problems with heart rate, facial swelling, weight gain. With finasteride, I've mentioned the sexual dysfunction, depression before. Other ones, mental confusion, dizziness, again, weight gain or loss, tingling of hands and feet, swelling of the face, arms, legs, and feet, and more skin rashes. So yeah, you'd want to be aware that these are potential side effects. Not everybody experiences them, but they are listed, and you can easily go online and source that information. We haven't made that up. It's free for everybody to see online. So they're the side effects with minoxidil and finasteride, whereas with the herbal treatments that we use, we haven't had any major side effects reported in 20 years. Of course, you can get the odd person that might experience a little bit of itchiness. That can happen, some slight mild burning sensation on the scalp after the liquids are applied to the scalp. Look, I mean, these are, these are some things that have been reported, but very, very minor compared to those side effects that I've just mentioned with the pharmaceutical medications. Keep in mind the solutions, the liquids that we use externally are 100% herbal, as are the tablets as well. So we've got two main types of treatments: the externally applied liquid tonics and the herbal tablets taken internally. So nothing major to report there in terms of side effects with our herbal treatment. Another important point is to keep in mind that there is no permanent cure for male or female pattern hair loss. So long-term treatment is required, okay, either at a regrowth dosage or at a maintenance level as well. So you definitely want to be looking at something that is safe. So the safety factor is very important, considering you need to use these products on an ongoing basis. So you want to make sure you're using something that's safe to use. The third thing we asked you to consider earlier was the trust. The actual company or product is trusted. It's it's got a good reputation. It's had some success. Our company here is actually the biggest hair regrowth company in the world at the moment, particularly herbal hair regrowth company. We've got something like 16 or 1,700 clinics worldwide. We've got over 3,000 staff employed by those clinics. So we are the biggest one for herbal hair regrowth. We're actually a 40-year-old company internationally, and we've obviously been putting a lot of research and development into our products over that time. But we've been here in Australia for just over 20 years. So we've got a good name. You won't read too many bad reports online about our company and our products. So yeah, I'd definitely look at the company you're actually working with and the products. Also, for our products, we've got 13 international first place awards. So you can gain a lot of confidence out of those international awards, and here they are. Some of them in China, some of them in the US, Belgium, Malaysia. A few more there in China, and we've got some also in Geneva in Austria, and Paris in France as well. So we've got our international awards give you some confidence in our products and what we've been doing for a long time. Also, we still do offer a money back guarantee on our more advanced 4-month program. So that's the strongest program we use. We are still happy to offer a money back guarantee, and basically that guarantee is on offer for people that we will regrow some hair and also make the hair stronger. So when we actually do outline our money back guarantee policy on our website at www.ozhair.com.au. So do check that one out for further details. So yeah, another good reason to look at what we do with our herbal hair regrowth treatments. Also, we've been in the news a number of years ago now. Some exclusive media reviews by the Financial Review, Age, Herald Sun, and Leader newspapers. We've got some write-ups in those very popular news media. So be sure and check those out also on our website. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say this evening with regards to things to consider before purchasing or sort of going ahead with a hair regrowth treatment. I'll give you just a little bit of very, very brief detail about our herbal approach. We use this method here called herbal follicular activation, which is basically a herbal treatment that involves a combination of home use and in-clinic treatments that stop excessive hair loss firstly, clean and unblock the scalp pores, activate and nourish hair follicles and also reduce hair follicle sensitivity to DHT. So it also helps with that hair follicle sensitivity to DHT and the buildup of DHT as well, which is one of the established scientific factors with why people suffer from male and female pattern hair loss. So that's pretty much how we work, a combination of home use and in-clinic treatments. And it's a very effective combination to, as it says here, firstly, control any excessive hair loss that you have, thorough cleansing of the scalp. Very important to cleanse the scalp, because any nutrition and DHT controlling ingredients that you're going to apply to your scalp or take internally, very important that those get absorbed. If the scalp's not clean, if it's blocked with oil and dirt, it's not going to get absorbed as efficiently. So we're very big here on cleaning the scalp. And of course, activating and nourishing the hair follicles by the treatments that we do, the electrostimulation, the laser, the scalp massage, the infrared heat therapy, and of course the herbal liquid tonics themselves. So, a very thorough, effective treatment. So yeah, look, we hope you got something out of our rather brief seminar this evening. That's all we'll talk about on that tonight, and coming up very, very shortly. If you just bear with us, we'll have another brief presentation. This is a nutritional presentation on some very good tips on detoxing using nutrition. As I mentioned before, we're at the end of the year now, coming up to the festive season, Christmas and New Year. So I think having a detox following this festive season is probably not a bad idea. But I'll hand you over to our nutritional consultant very shortly. Bear with us, and we'll have some more valuable information for you very shortly.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in once again for another nutritional info session. Now, as Nick has just mentioned, with the festive season fast approaching us, we thought it would be useful to have a bit of a brief discussion about detoxification, as I'm sure many of us tend to overindulge in either food or alcohol at this time of the year, or sometimes both food and alcohol. So I thought, yeah, we'll just have a quick chat about detoxification. So throughout this session, we're going to have a brief chat about what detoxification actually is. We're going to just briefly talk about why it's so important, some of the best foods to include in your diet to assist with your detoxification, some tips and tricks that will help you get through the silly season, and we'll finish off with just a really simple recipe that's going to kickstart your detoxification process each morning. So we'll get straight into it now by looking at what detoxification actually is. So from a dietary perspective, detoxification is the removal or the purging of toxic substances from the body, and it's mainly carried out by the liver. So yeah, I guess you can think of your liver as a bit of a garbage truck, which is going to carry all the unwanted chemicals and toxins and just bad things out of your body and going to get rid of them for you. So the liver carries out two major detoxification pathways. So we've got phase one. And if we simplify this pathway, phase one is just converting the harmful and the toxic chemicals into less harmful chemicals. And from there, we move on to phase two. And during this phase, a process occurs which makes the toxin water soluble so that it can be excreted from the body in bile or in urine. So I've just got a quick diagram here, which I guess shows what I was just explaining. So if you look on the far left, you've got the toxin, which is fat soluble before anything's done to it. We move on to step 1 or phase 1, which is making it less harmful. From there, it goes on to step 2 or phase 2, where it becomes fat soluble. And then it's, water soluble. And then finally, when it's water soluble, it's a waste product, and it can be eliminated via the gallbladder into bile, and then it is excreted through the bowels or through the kidneys and then excreted as urine. Now, if you just have a quick look under the list for phase 1 and phase 2, it does just talk about the nutrients, and they're the nutrients that are required for phase 1 and phase 2 to function optimally. So under phase 1, I'm sure you've seen most of those nutrients before. You may not be as familiar with the ones under phase 2, but as long as you're eating a healthy and balanced diet, you should be getting all of those nutrients that are going to support that detox process. We are going to talk about some foods very shortly which do contain these nutrients that you're going to require. So yeah, we'll go into a little more detail later, but they are the main ones that you're going to need for these processes to occur normally. So let's just talk about why detoxification is so important. So as we've just seen in that diagram, phase 1 and phase 2 detox are helping to eliminate the toxins from the body. Now, if these detox pathways become overloaded, then there's going to be a buildup of toxins in the body. Now, a lot of these toxins are fat soluble, and so they're going to be attracted to the fatty parts of the body. And when they get there, they can stay there for years, if not a lifetime. So some of these fatty areas could be the brain, because the brain is just made up of a lot of fat. If the toxins get into the brain, this can lead to brain dysfunction. Another popular area is the endocrine glands, and that's going to lead to hormonal imbalances. So in women, that can cause infertility, it can cause breast pain, menstrual disturbances, and early menopause. So not anything nice, and nothing that any women are going to want to experience. So you really do want to avoid those toxins hitting the endocrine glands. So let's have a look at some of the best foods for detoxifying. Now, the following foods have been shown to be most effective in assisting with these processes, mainly because they do contain those key nutrients that we just looked at in that list. This is not an exhaustive list. Obviously, there are a whole lot more foods out there that are beneficial for your detox process, but I've just picked out 10 that are really, really effective, and I guess powerhouses when it comes to foods for your liver and for detoxification. So the first one we'll look at is beets. And beets are a great source of vitamin B3, B6, vitamin C, as well as beta-carotene, magnesium, calcium, zinc, and iron. Beets assist our liver and our gallbladder in breaking down toxins. And they also contain a lot of fiber, which is great for digestion and elimination. Lemons are next, and these kickstart the digestion by stimulating the release of enzymes. They also contain vitamin C, which helps to convert toxins into a water-soluble form that can easily be eliminated from the body. And they also stimulate the liver and purify the blood, so a great addition to the diet for sure. Next, we'll look at apples. Apples are loaded with fiber and nutrients. They help to stimulate bile production, which the liver then uses to release toxins. Apples contain pectin, which is their soluble fiber, and this is helpful in removing heavy metals and food additives from our body. Garlic. Now, as well as being antiviral, antiseptic, and antibacterial, garlic helps to stimulate the liver into producing detoxification enzymes that help filter toxins from the digestive system. Our green vegetables are next. Now, green vegetables contain chlorophyll, and this rids the body of environmental toxins, heavy metals, herbicides, and pesticides. Now, as you can see with that little diagram there, our green vegetables, we want our broccoli, we want our zucchinis and our cucumbers and our cabbages, your kales and your spinaches, etc. So as much green as you can get in there is really going to be beneficial for you. Sea vegetables are next. Now, these are loaded with antioxidants, and these help to alkalize the blood and also strengthen the digestive tract. Now, alkalizing our body is really important because a lot of the foods that we do consume are actually acidic, and it's been shown that the body doesn't like being in an acidic environment, and a lot of research shows that that is where disease states actually start from. So anything we can do to alkalize the body again and balance it out is going to be beneficial for us. Now, alginic acid, which is found inside these sea vegetables, actually absorbs the toxins as well. And if you're not daring enough to try seaweed, you can try getting some dulse flakes. Now, these can be just added to soups and salads and stir fries instead of using salt. So it's just kind of dried seaweed flakes, and they're quite tasty, and it's just kind of a good way to start eating your sea vegetables. Broccoli sprouts are next. Now, we all know that broccoli is great for us, but the broccoli sprouts actually contain important phytochemicals that aid in the detox process at much higher rates than just broccoli alone. Now, these phytochemicals stimulate detoxification enzymes in the digestive tract, and they are also a potent source of antioxidants. Green tea, once again, another great source of antioxidants. Now, catechins are the antioxidant which is very common in green tea, and these actually increase liver function, and that's very important for the detox process. Coriander. Now, the chemical compounds in coriander actually bind to the toxins and loosens them from the blood, the tissues, and the organs, and assist with their elimination from the body. So coriander is a really powerful tool in the detox arsenal. Parsley is another one that's really good, similar to coriander for the same reasons. And finally, artichokes. Now, artichokes increase bile production. They also purify and protect the liver. Artichokes also have a mild diuretic effect on the kidneys, and this is going to aid in toxin removal once the liver has actually been able to break them down. So, as I said, it's not an exhaustive list. It is just 10 common foods that people have every day that are just really potent when it comes to detoxifying. So, I mean, you can get really creative with them. Like, as I said, there's only 10 there, but out of that list, you can get your beetroot. You know, you grate them up. You can grate some apples up, sprinkle some lemon juice on there, make a little salad out of that. So by combining these, you're really going to boost the detoxification properties of them all and really help your body with those processes. Next, we're going to look at some tips for the holiday season. I know that, you know, healthy diets and healthy lifestyles go right out the window at this time of the year. So just a couple of things you can keep in mind that will hopefully keep you on track. So the first thing is eat before you drink. Now, everyone knows that drinking alcohol on an empty stomach is a bad idea, but if you've got food in your stomach, this is actually going to slow down the absorption of the alcohol into your blood, so it's not going to affect you as much. Number 2 is to drink slowly. So just try to have 1 alcoholic drink per hour. Now, this is going to allow your liver to process the alcohol at a much better rate, and it's going to prevent it from building up in your bloodstream. Also, if you can, try having a glass of water between each drink. So not only is it going to keep you sober, it is also going to prevent you from getting dehydrated, because a lot of alcohol consumption will dehydrate you very rapidly, and that's also one of the major causes of you being hungover the next day. Number 3 is to take your B vitamins. So alcohol consumption, when your body's trying to process it, it actually uses a whole lot of B vitamins to do that. So the food sources of your B vitamins include whole grains, legumes, avocado, nuts, seeds, and red meat. If your diet is inadequate, you can consider a B complex supplement around this time, just to kind of help your body deal with these processes. As anyone who's listened to any of my talks before knows, though, I do always push real food before I push taking a supplement. So yeah, that's always your first point of call before you rely on a tablet to do the job that food can do for you. Number 4 is to increase your antioxidants. So alcohol actually increases your free radical production. So unless your diet is very high in antioxidants to begin with, you're going to be susceptible to free radical damage. So one of the antioxidants is vitamin C. Now that's found in your citrus fruits, your berries, guava, rosehip tea, and parsley. And also in your berries, your green and white tea, and your red and your orange fruits and vegetables. And finally, a multivitamin. So alcohol severely depletes certain nutrients. And if your diet is inadequate, or you know you're going to be eating the wrong foods and drinking a lot over the Christmas period, then look, once again, you can consider taking a good quality multivitamin every day. And that's just going to replenish the body with the essential nutrients that it needs to function properly and support you through those detox processes. Okay, as I said, there's a quick recipe that will just help with your detoxification as well. So this is just a detox juice. So you just take 1 green apple, or you can use a pear if you prefer that, half of a large cucumber, 4 sticks of celery, 3 kale leaves, and 1 small lemon. Basically, just chuck that through a juicer first thing in the morning, have it upon waking up, and that is going to be amazing for you. It's going to help your detoxification process. It's going to clear your system out. It's also going to be really beneficial for your skin because all the toxins are going to be excreted the way they're meant to, and they're not going to come out through the skin, which sometimes happens when your system gets a bit overloaded. If you really want to boost that one as well, you can put some greens powder in there, which are sold at most health food shops, and they just contain 3 or 4 different green supplements. You've got barley grass, wheatgrass, spirulina, maybe some chlorella, and that's just going to really give that juice a real boost for you. And so, look, that's it for us today. And as it says there, I just hope that everyone has a happy, healthy, and safe time over the Christmas and the New Year period. I hope that you've been able to understand the importance of detoxification from what I've gone through today, and that you'll take on some of the simple techniques that I've mentioned to help you through the Christmas period. Now, I know it is a crazy time of the year, but if you're prepared, you should be able to avoid doing too much damage to your body. You know, instead of making these New Year's resolutions to get back in shape and reverse some of the damage that you've done, if you make a conscious effort to be better prepared going into that period, you know, you're going to watch what you eat and you're going to watch what you drink. I know it's not easy to do, but if you're more conscious of it, that usually is a good starting point. It's going to be a whole lot easier for you to stick to those resolutions in the new year, and there won't be as much damage to undo. So, yeah, look, just stay healthy, stay happy, and stay safe, and you will hear from me again in 2016. Thanks very much.